Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. Trump's justice speech called for stronger law enforcement. Federal judge ordered Trump's administration to rehire fired government workers. Education Department took action against universities over race policies. American Airlines flight catches fire in Denver. Passengers arrive in Dallas hours later. Governor Hochul announces $19 million for North Country towns to boost downtown revitalization. American Idol singer Doe Kiker died at 32. Golden Age Home Care hosts Grand Iftar and Prayer Gathering in New York. Canada's new PM Mark Carney rejects US takeover amid trade tensions. Iran expands digital tracking of women defying hijab law, UN finds. Bangladesh Chief Advisor and UN Secretary General join iftar with Rohingya refugees in Cox's Bazar. Myles Garrett says $40 million a year deal with Browns is about winning, not money. And England batsman Harry Brook banned from IPL for 2 years after last-minute withdrawal. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Trump spoke at the Justice Department to share his vision for law enforcement. He focused on crime, immigration, and what he called the weaponization of justice against Americans for their political views. It was the first time a president had visited the department in 10 years. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Trump wanted to end the misuse of justice. Trump told reporters on March 13 that he had great people at the Justice Department and planned to share his ideas with them. Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel attended the event. Some Democrats criticized Trump, accusing him of breaking laws and misusing government funds. House Appropriations Committee ranking member Rosa DeLauro claimed Trump had undermined the Constitution. The Justice Department usually stays independent from the White House in legal matters. The last sitting president to visit the department was Barack Obama in 2015. Trump's speech marked a rare presidential appearance at the department, and his administration is expected to take more steps to implement his vision in the coming months. A federal judge in Maryland ordered the Trump administration to reinstate thousands of probationary government workers who were fired. This was the second ruling on the issue in a day. Judge James Brater ruled that the mass firings were illegal because employees were dismissed without individual assessments. The lawsuit was filed by 19 states and Washington, D.C., arguing that the Trump administration violated laws for large-scale layoffs. At least 24,000 probationary employees had lost their jobs since President Trump took office. The administration argued that it was removing waste and fraud in the federal workforce. However, the judge issued a temporary restraining order stopping the firings for 14 days. The ruling did not apply to some agencies, including the Department of Defense and the Office of Personnel Management. Earlier, a judge in San Francisco also ruled against the firings. U.S. District Judge William Alsup stated that the terminations were unauthorized and ordered agencies to rehire affected employees. The Trump administration immediately appealed the decision. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt called the ruling unconstitutional and promised to fight it. The Education Department announced investigations into more than 50 universities for alleged racial discrimination. The move was part of President Trump's effort to end diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, which his officials said excluded white and Asian American students. The department confirmed that these universities could lose federal funding if found violating anti-discrimination policies. Education Secretary Linda McMahon said schools must assess students based on merit and accomplishment. Many of the investigations focused on colleges partnering with the PhD Project, a non-profit that supports underrepresented students in business PhD programs. Officials claimed these partnerships led to race exclusionary practices. Major schools under review included Yale, MIT, Ohio State, and Duke. 6 universities, including the University of Alabama and the University of Minnesota, were also investigated for offering race-based scholarships. Another school faced scrutiny for allegedly segregating students by race. The investigations followed a February memo expanding a 2023 Supreme Court ruling against race-based college admissions. Teachers' union have since filed lawsuits arguing the policy violates free speech. More legal battles over DEI policies are expected in the coming months. Passengers of an American Airlines flight arrived in Dallas nearly 12 hours after their plane caught fire in Denver. The flight carrying 178 passengers had taken off from Colorado Springs for Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport but made an emergency landing at Denver International Airport due to engine issues. After landing, smoke filled the cabin and flames were visible outside. Some passengers escaped using emergency slides, while others climbed onto a wing. Officials say 12 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The Federal Aviation Administration confirmed that the flight crew reported engine vibrations before landing. Michelle Woods, a passenger, said the engine made loud noises in the air. She described the evacuation as chaotic, with people screaming and pushing. Ingrid Hibbett, traveling to Argentina for a wedding, saw flames melting her window. She and her family missed their connecting flight in Dallas. Passengers finally reached Dallas early in the morning. American Airlines has not yet given a full statement on the incident. Authorities are investigating the cause of the fire. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Governor Kathy Hochul recently announced that the village of Malone, hamlet of Keysville, and village of Gouverneur will receive a total of $19 million in state funding. Malone will get $10 million from the Downtown Revitalization Initiative, while Keysville and Gouverneur will each receive $4.5 million from the NY Forward program. These funds aim to revitalize downtown areas, attract businesses, create public spaces, and support housing projects. The initiative also aligns with Governor Hochul's Pro-Housing Communities program, which encourages municipalities to increase their housing supply. With these investments, the three communities are set to enhance their local economies, preserve historic charm, and improve quality of life. These projects will not only boost tourism but also help build vibrant, sustainable neighborhoods for future generations. Local leaders are now preparing strategic plans to use these funds effectively for downtown development. Joe Cocker, the garbage collector who became famous on American Idol, died at the age of 32. His family announced the news on March 12, 2025. Cocker's sister, Angela Evans, shared the sad news in a Facebook post. She asked for prayers as their family faced this difficult time. Cocker first gained fame in 2020 when he auditioned for American Idol. He sang God Bless This Broken Road by Rascal Flatts, bringing Judge Katy Perry to tears. Lionel Richie praised him as a hell of a man. Although Cocker did not advance to the next round, he became a fan favorite and later performed with Rascal Flatts during the American Idol Season 18 finale. Another sister, Donna Cocker, Carlos Ramirez, also shared her grief on social media, calling him an amazing person with a big smile. She later set up a GoFundMe to help with funeral costs. It had raised $3,968 out of its $4,500 goal. The cause of Cocker's death was not announced. His family is now working to bring him home and arrange his funeral. A grand iftar and prayer gathering was organized by Golden Age Home Care, a popular home care service in New York. The event took place on Thursday, March 13 at Gulshan Terrace in Woodside, Queens. Golden Age Home Care's president and CEO Shahnawaz was present at the event and led the arrangement of the gathering. Before iftar, a brief discussion and prayer session were held, where attendees prayed for world peace, the well-being of the Muslim Ummah, and the prosperity of the organization. The event was attended by various social, cultural, and political figures from New York. After the prayer, the invited guests participated in the iftar and exchanged greetings. The entire event was conducted in a joyous and solemn atmosphere. Golden Age Home Care's initiative received a positive response from the Bangladeshi community in New York. Guests expressed their appreciation for the organizers and encouraged them to continue hosting such meaningful events in the future. Now it's time for global updates. Mark Carney, sworn as Canada's 24th Prime Minister, strongly rejected US President Donald Trump's annexation threats, stating that Canada would never be part of the US. The former Bank of Canada and Bank of England governor emphasized that Canada is a fundamentally different country and expects respect from the US. Carney also expressed hope for collaboration with the Trump administration. Carney, who won the leadership race with 85.9% of the vote, has no prior elected experience, which limits his ability to attend the House of Commons. He is expected to announce an election soon, considering the ongoing trade war with the US. Canada's economy faces serious challenges due to US trade tariffs, which could lead to a recession. Carney dismissed claims by US Secretary of State Marco Rubio that Canada would be better as the 51st state, calling them crazy. Carney's cabinet reshuffle included key ministers, with former rival Chrystia Freeland appointed transport minister. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. A United Nations report has revealed that Iran is increasingly relying on electronic surveillance and public informants to enforce its mandatory headscarf law. The report, released on Friday, highlights how the government uses tools like facial recognition software and aerial drones to monitor women in public spaces. Tehran's Amir Kabir University, for example, installed facial recognition software at its gates to identify women not wearing the hijab. The Iranian government also uses the Nazar mobile app, allowing the public to report women violating the hijab law in vehicles. In some cases, women have been targeted after receiving warning texts. In July 2024, a woman was shot and paralyzed after fleeing a checkpoint due to such a message. The crackdown following the death of Mahsa Amini in 2022 continues despite growing protests. Iran also faces a severe economic crisis and rising tensions with the US over its nuclear program. Chief Advisor of Bangladesh Professor Muhammad Yunus and UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres joined nearly 100,000 Rohingya refugees for iftar at a camp in Cox's Bazar. The event was organized by the Chief Advisor, marking an important gesture of solidarity with the displaced community. Professor Yunus and Guterres arrived in Cox's Bazar on a chartered flight, landing at 12:48 p.m. During the visit, the Chief Advisor launched a project at Cox's Bazar Airport and inspected the Kurushkul Climate Refugee Center. In his remarks after visiting the camp, Guterres emphasized the need for the international community to help Rohingya refugees return to Myanmar with their rights protected. He also highlighted the challenges faced by refugees due to recent cuts in humanitarian aid, which led to reduced food rations. Guterres promised to seek additional funding and support for the cause. The visit concluded with the two leaders returning to Dhaka in the evening. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Myles Garrett, the four-time All-Pro edge rusher, recently spoke about his decision to sign a 4-year contract extension with the Cleveland Browns worth $40 million per year. Garrett explained that his decision was never about money but about winning. He admitted to feeling frustration after the Browns' disappointing 3-14 season, which led him to request a trade. However, Garrett believes that his frustration helped spark important conversations and improvements within the team. The extension, worth $204.8 million with $122.8 million guaranteed, made Garrett the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Despite criticism that his deal was about the money, Garrett emphasized that he was committed to being a leader on the team and giving his best effort. Garrett also discussed his role in recruiting free agents, mentioning his conversation with quarterback Russell Wilson. He believes Wilson could bring valuable leadership to the Browns as they aim for success in the coming seasons. England batsman Harry Brook has been banned from the Indian Premier League for 2 years after pulling out at the last moment to focus on international cricket. The 26-year-old, who is seen as a future England captain, was set to play for Delhi Capitals in the IPL season starting on March 22. Brook had also withdrawn last year due to personal reasons. The Board of Control for Cricket in India informed the England and Wales Cricket Board about the ban, as reported by Indian media. A BCCI official stated that all players were informed of this rule before the auction to prevent last-minute withdrawals. Exceptions are mainly given for injuries. Brook apologized on social media, saying he needed time to recharge. He played one IPL season in 2023 for Sunrisers Hyderabad and scored a century against Kolkata Knight Riders. The 2025 IPL will begin with Kolkata facing Royal Challengers Bengaluru at Eden Gardens. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,875.53. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 176.11 points or 0.92%. Tokyo stock close price is 36,790.03. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 29.06 points or 0.08%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,358.73. The Shanghai index is decreased by 13.20 points or 0.39%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,462.65. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 137.66 points or 0.58%. Bombay stock close price is 73,828.91. The Sensex index is decreased by 200.85 points or 0.27%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump's justice speech called for stronger law enforcement. Federal judge ordered Trump's administration to rehire fired government workers. Education Department took action against universities over race policies. American Airlines flight catches fire in Denver. Passengers arrive in Dallas hours later. Governor Hochul announces $19 million for North Country towns to boost downtown revitalization. American Idol singer Doe Kiker died at 32. Golden Age Home Care hosts Grand Iftar and Prayer Gathering in New York. Canada's new PM Mark Carney rejects US takeover amid trade tensions. Iran expands digital tracking of women defying hijab law, UN finds. Bangladesh Chief Advisor and UN Secretary General join iftar with Rohingya refugees in Cox's Bazar. Myles Garrett says $40 million a year deal with Browns is about winning, not money. And England batsman Harry Brook banned from IPL for 2 years after last-minute withdrawal. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.